Hi, I'm Joe Dillon, Vice President of Sales for Williams Bally Midway. You know us. We're the company that consistently brings you top-earning, award-winning games. Today we continue our program of product presentation tapes. This is the most efficient and easiest way for you to learn the game rules and outstanding features. Today, I would like to introduce the game designer of the next great Williams Pinball. Steve Richie is no stranger to any route operator. His games are still on location collecting top dollar. He's had successes like Black Knight 1 and 2, F-14, and High Speed, just to name a few. He joins forces now with another great star to create for you very, very exciting action entertainment.
I'll be back.
Hi, my name is Steve Richie, and this is our new pinball machine, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's based on the movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. This movie is an incredible mega-bucks effort, and the amount of hype and advertising that will be expended in the movie are staggering. This machine will be ready for delivery at the same time the movie is released. I'd like to talk about a few of the features on this game. The first feature that's probably the most eye-catching from a distance is the back glass. I think it's a masterpiece done by Doug Watson. The eyes of the Terminator seem to follow you as you walk around the room. The second most eye-catching feature is probably this gun grip, which replaces the traditional plunger. It has a switch mounted inside the cabinet. This is a separate unit with only a trigger and a firing pin that actuates the switch. The game begins when a player shoots these targets. He wants to try and hit the lit target with the ball. For every shot that he makes on the target, he receives 1 million points. On the second ball, 2 million. On the third ball, 3 million, etc. Another feature actuated by the gun grip is a feature located underneath this Terminator head here. You knock down a drop target, throw the ball in the ball popper behind it, and it loads the cannon. The cannon then swings out, and the player fires the cannon at the lit ball. If he hits the lit ball, multi-ball begins. Once the player is in multi-ball, the object of the game is to lock balls in this hole, one way back here in the back of the game, and one in the ball popper. Now the player has the opportunity to take a shot with the cannon for a triple X jackpot. This game has a very special feature called video mode. Video mode is a feature that allows me to play a video game within this pinball machine played on the dot matrix display. What I'll do is I'll use my flipper buttons left and right to control a crosshair on the dot matrix display. The object is to shoot Terminators and other characters that move back and forth on the screen. Here, I'll demonstrate it. I'm now in video mode. I want to cast this crosshair across the Terminators that are coming out on the screen. That big ship and this big head over here are worth $1 million. If I don't complete the entire screen, the video mode is over and I resume normal pinball play. Multipliers can be gotten up here. These 3 lanes score a multiplier every time they are completed. Multipliers are the key to scoring and lighting extra ball. Extra ball is achieved by putting a ball into the drop target or in the hole behind the drop target. Another group of features that we've integrated into T2 are ball savers. This first ball saver, called Auto Fire, prevents 5-second balls from occurring. Beginner players don't have to deal with the frustration of losing their ball instantly. They'll get it back again. This is only effective at the very first of every game and every ball. We also have a feature here called Kickback in the left drain lane, which will return the ball back out to the playfield if drained. It's not too easy to relight, but it starts lit. We also have, of course, the mini post between the flippers, which prevents drain down the center. A plug is also supplied in the coin box so that you can take this out and put the plug in place of it. Another feature on the game that's pretty innovative is a feature called Payback Time. What you do is you take right flipper shots up the left ramp and left flipper shots up the right ramp, back and forth. When he says get the CPU, that means your final shot is ready, and it goes into payback time. Now this shot is worth $5 million. This shot is also worth $5 million, as well as this shot, and this shot. Those shots are worth $5 million for 15 to 20 seconds after payback time begins. During the design and development of T2, we kept serviceability and reliability in mind. We have a new drop target here, single with a micro switch on it instead of an opto. We feel it's going to be more reliable. I have easy access to my motor device here, and the back of the playfield is very clean. On the top of the game, we try to keep it simple and uncluttered for easy cleaning. T2 is probably the best license ever obtained for a coin-operated machine. We feature the voice and likeness of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Reliability and serviceability have been designed in. Best of all, Terminator 2 is collecting with the top videos and out-earning all pinballs on location. Terminate the competition with Williams' Terminator 2 Pinball.
I'll be back.
In 1986, Williams released one of its most popular pinball machines, the Comet. Comet was such a success that players and operators demanded another game based on the same theme. So 2 years later, Williams responded with a machine that was even more profitable, the Cyclone. Operators now have a chance to boost their earnings with a brand new game, one that offers new attractions, strong collections, and that same timeless amusement park theme. Now, from the designer of both Comet and Cyclone, comes the indispensable capstone to the roller coaster series, the Hurricane. The Hurricane is sure to draw record crowds thanks to the new attractions it offers. Ride the world's greatest roller coaster, the Hurricane, all the way around the playfield. Ride the double Ferris wheel. See the juggler. Dunk the dummy.
My grandma throws better than you.
And try your luck with a spin of the mystery wheel.
2 million.
The Hurricane also has a feature that will be familiar to Comet and Cyclone players alike, the Comet Ramp. The game begins with a unique skill shot that requires 2 trips around the Hurricane Ramp. After the ball is shot around the playfield to start the game, players have a chance to collect the Skill Shot Award by sending it around one more time. During normal gameplay, the Hurricane Ramp is lit by completing the right bank of targets. Then, successive rides in the Hurricane will be worth 200,000 points and increment by 25,000 points. After the second ride on the Hurricane, the million will light. This can be collected by one more ride.
It's clown time!
One of the primary goals of the game is to enter clown time, when all playfield values are elevated for about 30 seconds. The clown's face starts with various features lit. This carries over from game to game. But when the clown's face is fully lit, you'll have a chance to enter clown time. His facial features are lit by completing different game features. Light his eyes by riding both the Hurricane and the double Ferris wheel. His cheeks will light when you complete the left and right target banks. Dunk the dummy to light his nose, and ride the Comet to light his mouth. After his whole face is lit, a ride on the Hurricane will begin clown time.
It's clown time!
For the next 30 seconds, not only will all targets on the playfield be worth 50,000 points, but visit one of the major attractions and see the clowns perform their amazing tricks.
What's this? Look, Ma, no hands!
To enter multi-ball, you must first complete the 3-bank on the left side of the playfield. Multi-ball will then begin as soon as 2 balls are locked in the juggler. During multi-ball, scores are elevated on certain key playfield shots. Successive Hurricane ramp shots are worth 1, 2, and finally 5 million points, as indicated by the colored lights above the ramp. Loading 2 balls onto the Ferris wheel at once will score 1 million points. All 3 balls will score 2 million. Once multi-ball has ended, the game will award 1 second of special playfield scoring for each second spent in multi-ball. The score multiplier is selected randomly and will either be 2, 3, or 5 times standard playfield scores. To score a jackpot, a player must first light all the letters in the word Palace. As with the clown's face, the number of letters lit carries over from game to game. Additional letters can either be won with a spin of the mystery wheel, or they can be earned by riding the Hurricane while the Spot Palace light is lit. Spot Palace will light during the skill shot or after one of the target banks has been completed. When all the Palace letters are lit, go see the juggler with a ride on the jackpot train. A visit to the juggler is also required to spin the mystery wheel once the right bank of targets is complete.
Thrills, chills, magic, prizes!
Lucky players can then receive awards ranging from extra ball and 5 million points to instant clown time and instant ball lock. Other players will find that spinning the mystery wheel doesn't necessarily guarantee a prize. When the game begins, a level of the bonus multiplier will flash. To advance the bonus multiplier, you must first dunk the dummy by hitting his target twice. Once to gain admission,
My grandma throws better than you.
and a second time to knock him off his platform. When the flashing level is reached, extra ball will light. It can then be advanced by the player across the return and drain lanes. To light the double Ferris wheel, complete the 3 bank of targets on the left side of the playfield. After that, a ride will collect the Ferris wheel bonus. To increase the bonus, send the ball into the jet bumper. Operators should be aware that while Hurricane offers players a new amusement park, there is nothing unfamiliar about the mechanical workings of the game. The double Ferris wheel is similar to the single wheel found in Cyclone, and it's operated by a simple motor and drive belt mechanism. The spinning wheel under the back glass is also driven by a single motor, which is activated periodically during gameplay. Operators will be well acquainted with all mechanical features on the playfield: drop targets, micro switches, stand-ups, ball poppers, and ejects, all of which are extensively tested to simulate years of continuous gameplay. Hurricane has been uniquely designed to attract all types of players, novice through expert. Not only is it friendly and easy to approach, but it carries on a tradition of games that have proven themselves strong collectors in any location. Take advantage of the opportunity to continue the profitable tradition that began with Comet and Cyclone. Complete the set. Ride the Hurricane.
I'm Dennis Nordman.
I'm Jim Strompolis.
I'm Dan Forden.
I'm Patrick Swayze. You are about to enter another dimension with your host, pilot, and DJ, Captain Bizarre. Tonight, you'll meet the man behind the mustache, who is the star of the new Bally pinball machine, the Party Zone.
I'm Captain Bizarre. Almost live from the Party Zone.
The Party Zone, based on a place where, according to the captain, land ends and the party begins. It's a real something for everybody pinball. Skill shots, combined with 3D animation,
Incoming!
raging ramps, and a cast of strange characters. The Party Zone is the place to be.
Let's not forget excellent rules that build to a real experience, the Big Bang.
Incoming!
The animated dot matrix display and lifelike talking heads are features that mean the Party Zone will take your earnings way, way, way out there.
and a sound package with player-selectable tunes ranging from hot originals to licensed classics, including The Who's Pinball Wizard. The Party Zone will keep any location bopping.
So what's your opinion, Captain? Is it fun?
Oh, yeah.
And the fun begins with the Skill Shot Door Prize, starting at 1 million points.
Wow.
Completing the bob plane lights the dance contest and advances the bonus booster.
Hey, what do you do during the dance contest, Captain?
Bop till you drop.
What the captain means is, a shot back to the top activates the dancing dummy, and the jumper bumpers are worth 100,000 points.
How about that dancing dummy? Ain't he something?
Too much caffeine for that guy.
Dancing can sure leave a player hungry for more. What do you want to do next, Captain?
Hey, let's eat.
Roger, Captain, and we can do just that with the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry sequence shot worth up to 6 million points. Players can get way out of control whenever they want to by completing the 4 bank targets. The payoff lane then lights for one of 4 major scoring opportunities. 5 million points, boppers 1 million each, 10x playfield values, extra special.
And speaking of special, get a load of this guy.
Now appearing, the supersonic robotic comic. Take it away. It's a laugh attack.
Yeah, it sure is a laugh attack, where players can earn 100,000 points per hit anywhere on the playfield. But that's just one of several random awards, which include extra ball, big points, bonus booster, and the surprise party.
For me?
No, not you. Hey, Bizarre, do you know what time it is?
It's request time.
What do we do now, Captain?
Pick your fave, Dave.
The name's Dan. Players have control over what tunes they hear at any time during the game. From country to some cool jazz. To some butt-wriggling funk. To the classic Pinball Wizard. How apropos. But beware, the captain has his own unique taste in music.
No request? Here's one of my faves. Come fly with me.
Come fly away. Yeah, now this game really takes off. Hey, let's head over to the Cosmic Cottage to meet and greet Pinball's greatest partiers, the Party Animals.
How you doing?
Hey, get your paws off me!
The Party Zone.
Good evening.
Your hands are cold!
And the Party Dudes, man.
Hey, dude. Let's partay.
So now what time is it?
Hey, boys and girls, it's happy hour. Fill her up with rocket fuel and blast off through the ozone.
Multi-ball. And during multi-ball, the more rocket fuel you earn, the farther you go. Every shot up the rocket ramp scores the current value of the rocket meter for multiple jackpots. Top off the tank and get ready for the Big Bang. It's not just a theory anymore.
This is weird. Incoming!
What an experience!
I like it.
Whoa.
Awesome!
There's no place like home till you've been to the zone, the party zone.
I'd like to talk a little about some of the service aspects of this game. When we design pinball games, we do try to keep service in mind. You'll notice the playfield is essentially a single-level playfield, which makes it easy to service and clean all the areas. There's no hidden areas. The butyrats are designed to be removed without removing any other parts. The rocket can be taken off with only 2 screws, and the same for the Cosmic Cottage. Probably the most complicated feature on this game is this talking and turning head right here. However, it's not all that difficult, and I'll show it to you right now. This is the mechanism here. It consists of a small motor that turns the shaft and a little coil that moves the jaw up and down. I have one here in the bottom of the cabinet so you can see it. Here's the motor, here's the coil, and this is the jaw that moves up and down. And we have a head, just a simple hollow molded rubber head that fits over the top of it.
Party zone, where's time zone? Wrong game, pal.
But it's the right game for your location, so become a frequent flyer on a fantasy excursion that will take you way out there to the party zone.
I'm concerned with satisfying ball flow, kinetics. I will not sacrifice a great shot on the playfield.
Steve Richie has designed some of the best-selling games that Williams has ever built. From Flash, Firepower, and High Speed, to Black Knight, F-14, and most recently, Terminator 2.
My games are never subdued. They're always intense, as intense as we can make them. I'm not sure why that is, but I don't do cute.
Steve's newest game is called The GetAway. It's based on the same theme as High Speed, arguably the most profitable pinball machine of all time.
I would say I'm a speed freak. It produces an adrenaline you can't get any other way. That's what we've tried to embody in The GetAway, is that adrenaline.
Although it's based on High Speed, the GetAway is much more advanced than its predecessor. Brand new features include the Supercharger.
It actually has enough force to move the entire game. With the ball spinning around, it moves the game slightly from left to right.
On the front of the cabinet, a gear shift replaces the standard shooter.
While you're playing the ball, hitting the flippers, you reach down and shift, and you've got to coordinate that with not losing the ball, and it's fun.
The GetAway also features a fully functional tachometer, electronic flippers, and a sound package that includes a classic license from ZZ Top. Begin the GetAway with a gear shift that fires the ball onto the playfield and around the back to the upper right flipper. Speed millions are then achieved by successive shots around the small loop. The central feature, the Supercharger, starts lit to give players a hint of the game's velocity. The tachometer is advanced by completing these RPM loops. Players need 1 loop to redline in first gear, 2 to redline in second, and so on. After each redline, the gears are advanced with the shifter on the front of the cabinet. Each gear holds a different award. Redlining in first brings the player 3 million points. Doing the same in second gear will hold over the bonus and bonus multiplier. Video mode is achieved by a red line in third gear. During video mode, players use the left and right flipper buttons, along with the shifter, to negotiate a congested highway. 4 RPM loops in fourth gear will begin supercharger mode, when all major shots are worth millions. Finally, if a player can push the game into a fifth gear red line, he can enter Red Line Mania with one more shot to the supercharger. Multi-ball will begin, and every major feature will be lit. The scoring possibilities are endless. The road to multi-ball begins with these traffic lights. Lock balls by contacting all 3 stand-up targets of a particular color. Once a bank of lights is complete, the ramp at the back of the playfield will lower, clearing the way for a shot to the lock mechanism. After 2 balls are locked, run the red light by locking the third. Then, after a quick show, multi-ball.
Dispatch, this is 504. Suspect wearing a red light. Over. Roger, 504. Apprehend him.
A jackpot can only be achieved during multi-ball. But first, the ramp must be lowered with a shot into the supercharger. Then, either right flipper can be used to collect the jackpot with a shot up the ramp. If a player can then send 2 more balls into the supercharger, he'll have a chance to score a super jackpot with the same shot. In order to cultivate a dedicated following, 2 ball savers have been designed into the GetAway. The kickback feature in the left drain lane will propel a doom ball back onto the playfield. Kickback is relit when one of the 2 target banks is complete. Another feature called Free Ride returns a ball to the playfield should it drain too quickly.
Don't move.
Near the bottom of the playfield are the freeway lights. They are advanced like this. After a ball comes down one of the return lanes, the player must then send it around the freeway loop. This will advance freeway values toward light extra ball, which can be collected with a shot to the eject hole. Also collected at the eject hole is the Burn Rubber Random feature. Burn Rubber is lit with a gear shift and awards one of 15 items such as video mode, extra ball, instant multi-ball, and big points. The supercharger was designed with an eye toward both minimum maintenance and maximum earnings. It circulates balls optomagnetically, like an atomic particle accelerator. Most importantly, it uses no moving parts. The result is one of the most exciting and trouble-free features ever designed. Another first is this new pivoting playfield mount, which permits effortless service to both sides of the playfield. In the first position, the playfield is moved up and out to expose the back portion in a way never before possible. Now, when opened, the playfield will stand over a foot higher in the cabinet, providing easy access to every component. For the first time on a Williams game, you'll find this true pitch level. This speeds game setup, as playfields can be leveled without removing the glass. Other GetAway features include all stainless steel ramps and an uncomplicated single-level playfield. The GetAway is a physical game that offers players and operators a brand new experience. In the GetAway, players will find the kinetic embodiment of the driving experience. Inside the coin door, operators will discover early profits and the kind of massive, stable collections that can only be earned by such a truly addictive game. The GetAway from Williams, carrying on a tradition of games built to be intense as we can make them. Lawler has a talent for designing games that are as profitable as they are enduring. Maybe it's because he knows how to tell a story with pinball. or because Lawler takes the time to check games as they come off the line. Whatever the reason, operators are still enjoying record collections from games like Whirlwind, Earthshaker, and Funhouse. The most recent play meter ranks all three of these games in the top 10. Earthshaker ranks 8th. Not bad for a game that was built more than 3 years ago. In fact, all three of these games were nominated to the category of most played pinball games by the AMOA in 1991. This kind of popularity is testament to the ability of Lawler and his design team to create a dedicated following among players. All of their games have just the right combination of interesting rules and shots, combined always with technical innovation. Bally's new Addams Family pinball machine has been designed by this same team. And once again, they've managed to create a game unrivaled in terms of challenge and innovation. Operators concerned with both short-term profitability and long-term value need to look no further. Let's take a look at the new play features. Inside this box, you'll find Thing, the right-handed member of the Addams family. Not only will Thing grab the ball right off the playfield, but the correct shot sequence will activate another new feature called Thing Flips, when the game automatically tries to shoot a ball into the swamp across the playfield. Using artificial intelligence, the game will learn to get better and better at this shot, eventually achieving a level of proficiency several times that of even the finest players. During multi-ball, you'll experience the power of the Addams family, a mysterious magnetic force strong enough to draw coins from players for years to come. Operators should take note of other technical firsts designed to make their lives a little easier. Innovations like the first ever optical target bank located on the rotating bookcase. Addams Family is also the first game to come equipped with a true pitch level, enabling operators to accurately pitch their games without removing the playfield glass. The stars of the Addams Family movie, Raul Julia and Angelica Houston, have provided speech for the game.
So, man.
And when you figure in the proven popularity of the Addams Family theme, the movie has thus far grossed over $100 million, then you've got a real coin collector on your hands.
Look, everyone, we have guests!
The game starts with a skill shot to Thing's eject saucer, worth 2 million points initially, and an additional 1 million for subsequent shots. The object of the game is to explore the Addams family's mansion, open their bookcase, and steal their treasure. To explore the mansion, a player should try to send a ball to the electric chair or the swamp kickout while the yellow light is lit. This will relight every time a ball is sent up the center staircase and returned down the right flipper lane. The mansion's windows each hold a different award. The window currently lit will be advanced by sending the ball into the game's jet bumper graveyard on the left side of the playfield. Some mansion awards are kind of traditional, like quick multi-ball and light extra ball. But others are all Addams Family, like the Mamushka, which elevates all playfield values for a short time. Then there's Fester's Tunnel Hunt, a time sequence where shots to the game's 3 tunnels result in generous point awards.
Perhaps it's in here.
When all 12 awards have been lit, one final trip to the charged electric chair will score 50 million points, light the specials, and begin an automatic tour of the mansion.
Look, darling.
To get into multi-ball, you must first take the opportunity to knock on the family's bookcase. 5 knocks will spell greed and clear the way for a shot into the vault. Balls can either be locked there or at two other locations, Thing's eject saucer and the swamp. Once two balls have been locked, the third ball is sent to either the vault or the electric chair, and multi-ball begins. During multi-ball, the Addams Family power can be seen over the central portion of the playfield, sending balls in every conceivable direction.
Old man, see the power.
A jackpot will be scored when a ball is sent to the train wreck target during multi-ball.
Jackpot!
Another ball sent to the vault, and a super jackpot will be scored with a shot up the left staircase.
Double jackpot!
If a player fails to score a jackpot during multi-ball, he can get another chance by sending the ball to Thing within a specified time period. Thing will take the ball and multi-ball will be restarted, giving the player another chance at a jackpot. During normal play, players should try to cause train wrecks by repeatedly sending the ball to the stand-up target near the back of the playfield. Train wrecks will award big points, as well as hold the player's current graveyard value.
Good show, old man!
The graveyard value is collected by sending the ball into the swamp. It is increased with each jolt from the jet bumper graveyard. Players can score 5 times the graveyard value by shooting the ball into the swamp with Thing's mini flipper. But since this shot is so difficult, it's probably best to let Thing shoot it himself. After all, it is his flipper. To activate the innovative Thing Flips feature, shoot the ball up the center staircase ramp after it has been returned down the Thing Flips return lane. The ball will be returned to Thing's mini flipper, but this time the machine will automatically fire the ball across the playfield. The player need do nothing but watch as Thing tries the shot himself. The Thing Flips feature will eventually learn to send the ball into the graveyard more than half the time, much more accurate than even the best players can do with this very difficult shot. There are 4 possible extra balls. The first and second are achieved by repeated shots up the center staircase. The third extra ball is lit from the mansion, and the fourth after multiple train wrecks. Extra ball is always collected by a shot to Thing's eject saucer. On the right side of the shooter rail, you'll notice the new true pitch level. For the first time, operators can accurately pitch their games without removing the playfield glass. The first line on the level represents approximately 6 degrees. Every line after that is another 1/2 degree of pitch. We recommend you pitch Addams Family with the nose of the bubble between the first and second lines on the level, or between 6 and 6.5 degrees. If a game is sent to a new location, the Thing Flips feature will eventually learn the new shot regardless of intervention. But operators can speed up the process. By going to the utility menu and executing the new location function, all previously learned data will be cleared from memory, and the Thing Flips feature will be ready to learn a new location. Addams Family is destined to become another classic Bally game. It has all the elements of a timeless collector: technical innovation, an expert design team, fidelity to a proven license, and rules with an emphasis on value for the operator. New players will soon become dedicated players, driven deeper into the game by a need to experience the entire Addams Family pinball story. Moviegoers have spent more than $100 million establishing the popularity of this unique theme. Now operators have a chance to establish their own collection records with this unique game. The Addams Family.